Welcome, everyone. This is Samus Phazon suit from Metroid Prime versus Megaman X.
Metroid Prime.
We are excited. Like I was just saying, I don't know much about either character, so I'm going completely off what they tell me. Who would like to go first?
I volunteer.
All right. So we're starting with Samus.
Can I get the display of the time?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Let me know when you're ready to start.
Okay. So, Phazon suit Samus is specific incarnation, specific suit of Samus. The suit itself renders her immune to radiation, specifically Phazon radiation. But even just Samus from Metroid Prime in general is quite a formidable opponent. She's got primary power beam, missiles, ice beam, electric beam. I think it's been quite a while since I played. She's got an actual double jump. She's got the space boots that let her jump twice. She's got missile lockings that can target moving opponents, and she's got the morph ball where she can turn down into a small ball. I'd say a little bit smaller than maybe the size of a soccer ball. Completely contained as energy inside, not even physical mass anymore, and roll around in any direction. Can leave little energy bombs like that, and can leave small, very powerful super bombs in that form that can that are designed to break through special types of minerals and metals to let it get around. She's got like an X-ray vision to see invisible things. She's got night vision type of filter. She's got a thermal vision type of filter, I believe. And of course she's an experienced combatant. She's got special Chozo alien race training where physically she's beyond what's capable for a normal Earth-based athlete. The suit itself is alien technology that's kind of like an Iron Man type suit where it's got built-in armor and capabilities. It's got filtering for environmental stuff. Overall, worthy opponent.
So, when it comes to Megaman X, funny enough, going off of those things, it's pretty carbon copy. The Megaman X armor, it has improved armor. It also has the dash boots, which not only give the character a double jump, but makes the character be able to dash towards enemies. The character has the X Buster, which not only shoots beams of energy, but it can also be charged to shoot larger blasts. The other thing with the X Buster is it has the copy data of all the Mavericks that it had captured and defeated in Mega Man X. That includes a flamethrower. It shoots ice blasts. It also shoots electricity. And it also has homing bombs. The other thing, too, specifically about the Mega Man X is it also has the ability to shoot the Hadouken. So it has the ability to shoot a large blast of energy that will kill even Maverick bosses in 1 or 2 hits, depending how many times you hit them. So with the X technology that is in this version of Mega Man, he is basically your perfect Maverick hunter going out there and defeating whichever enemies come his way. He's also highly adaptable, being able to take on these different kinds of enemies and using his past experiences to find a way to beat that specific enemy. Mega Man X is badass.
Well, yeah, no, I'll give you that. I got a couple questions right off the bat.
I do too. Do you mind if I ask my question?
Go
Because
ahead.
it's a big one. I think you might have it too.
Go ahead.
For both heroes, what is the range for these beam attacks?
Ooh, that's a good
I
question.
know in Mega Man games there's a specific range for each special attack, so I know that it's not like it's not always full screen.
Mhm.
And I know with Samus in the Metroid games, it's not whole screen either. So what is the range roughly for these attacks?
It's been too long since I've played Metroid Prime, but I thought the beam attacks actually were full screen.
Same goes with the Mega Man beam blast.
They go in a straight line, right?
Straight line.
Yeah, they
So
all
straight line across the screen.
The beam blasts are straight line across the screen. Samus has homing missiles, which can
Right.
can
I'll say I'm not counting the homing missiles. Both of them have the homing missiles.
Yeah.
Not counting that. I'm talking just
on
the beams.
on the beams. I'd also like to add that Samus can, of course, charge the power beam up in classic fashion, and can charge all the other beams up to release one big blast that's more powerful, and that the morph ball has I can't believe I forgot has the boost function where instead of just rolling around, you can boost in one direction very quickly.
That's kind of where one of my questions comes in. Charging the beams. I know once Samus has fully charged hers,
Mhm.
she can save it and move, but can either character move while charging?
Mega Man X.
Mega
I know.
Man X.
Samus can, yes. Can move around while it's actively charging, and can charge it in spurts. So can charge a little bit, move, switch to another weapon, charge a little bit.
During Morph Ball, does Samus have any weapons?
Yes.
Her offensive capabilities?
She has
Yes.
bombs.
She has what's called morph bombs, where it's like a little energy bomb that kind of blows up. She can release up to 3 in a row. She can release up to 3 in a row, and after 3, she can't release any more until the first one has exploded. They've got a little timer on them. She can also use them to blast herself up through various geometries. So if there's like a pipe up on the wall here, she can roll up to it, blast herself into it, and roll away.
I know Mega Man can't go into a ball, but I know he can dash, Sean said.
He can actually climb walls
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, in that game, X, you can climb walls.
I have no idea who I'm voting for.
I'll say the sad thing is I know both of these characters really well, so that's why I asked the specific question because the range.
Also, I thought if one of them couldn't move while charging, that's a big game changer. But if they can both move, that hurts
Yeah.
my argument.
Both
Samus
have
is
attacks while they're dashing or rolling, so they don't have any lost offense really.
Samus's suit is also environmental resistant. So not only is the Phazon suit radiation proof, which is the latest version, but there's it has all the capabilities of all the previous suits, like water resistance. So she can not only go underwater and not have to worry about drowning. The Phazon suit has the capabilities built into the gravity suit, which means she can move underwater at the same speed and agility she can move out of water.
So, question: does either suit, when taking damage, have an overshield or anything capable like that, or do they both just start losing health immediately?
In the game, that Joe was talking about, there is not really a shield. It's just health.
So
Same with Mega Man X.
Yeah,
in
Mega
later
Man
games,
X.
yes, but in that game that you're talking about, there's not a shield.
And in Mega Man X, his armor doesn't increase his shield; it just increases his health.
Yeah, same thing like in Samus.
At that point in the games, yeah.
Yeah, in the first Metroid Prime game, you amass like energy packets that increase your max health.
Yeah, it's not shields. So this
It's
is
just
fuck.
E-tanks
One thing I
and-
know with Samus is when she charges up, if she shoots that next blast is a little stronger based on that charge.
In Metroid Prime, it's actually quite a bit short.
Ah.
Quite a bit larger.
okay.
Oh.
So this is my deciding factor here, and it's a Mega Man X question. So you mentioned he's very adaptable, and you're right. But as far as changing weaponry, because I know in the games it's a matter of
You have to
pausing
pause.
and going. So realistically, how much of a change is that going through? Like, is that changing his complete ability at that moment to go, and how long does that take?
So
Realistically.
the downside is there's not much on Mega Man X style for this.
Mhm.
In other things,
Yeah.
it's instantaneous. To me, I wouldn't think it would be that long because it's a computer change.
Right.
Because he's completely.
I would say he's an android. Yeah.
He's an android. So I wouldn't say it would take long, but I would say that it's not instantaneous.
And I know the reason I asked this because I know Samus has these things. It's all part of the suit. It's a matter of changing the weapon, but it's all built into the suit.
It's all built into the suit.
And that's why I asked, because with it just being a computer chip change, there's a delay, but it's not as big. If it was like a full-on, we had to change everything about the armor, then I would have been like, yeah, that's going to be an issue.
And to me, the other question is what's the processing of a computer versus someone's human reaction, though?
Even a superhuman at that. Like, just
at least in the Metroid Prime game, switching weapons
is pretty instantaneous.
It's pretty instantaneous. Yeah, it's like maybe 2 seconds.
And that's the only reason why I said that's the deciding factor for me. So
before you render your decision, let me also say before I forget that Samus also has God, I forget I'm a terrible fan. I forget
the screw attack?
The name of it. She does have she has the screw attack. To jump through the famous screw attack. And what I was actually thinking of was she has the grappling beam, where it's an energy beam that comes out and grabs stuff that she can either pull towards her.
She has a tether.
Yeah, or she can
which does give her range.
Swing.
And Mega Man does not have that tether, if I'm correct, right?
He doesn't have a tether. But still, the fact that he can actually latch onto walls.
Right, that is an improvement, yeah.
Makes me want to play.
Does either one
it's a pretty good game.
have melee attacks at all?
Technically,
even just like
in their original games, no.
Technically, if you want to count the screw attack,
that's the closest to a melee attack. But
realistically, it's not like there's no hand punch.
Yeah. The only way you're going to see either of those melee is playing Smash Brothers. Right. Realistically, in their home games which we're using, there is not a melee attack. It is all range.
I feel a fucking melee attack in your game that would have given me.
I know.
You can argue
like I said,
grappling beam.
Realistically, the closest you have is that grappling hook. Or the energy beam, because that is the closest thing to a grappling, a melee attack. But even then, it's not a melee; it's just a grab.
Right. Do you know what you're doing your vote? Comes something over here.
I do know what I would do with my vote, based solely off of the answer to how quickly that change is. My vote is now on Mega Man X. It was so on the fence. Like I said, I know both characters. I know both games really well. And this was a really hard matchup from the beginning. But realistically, the fact Samus is still a person. That's the piece. She is still, even though she's superhuman, she is still a human inside the suit. She's in control of the suit. Mega Man is a complete android. It is a complete robot. And yes, the robot masters in the earlier games, in Mega Man X, it's the, what'd you say, Maverick?
Yeah.
Yes. These robot lords that when he defeats them, he gets a computer chip that gives them their abilities. So it's in his processing. He already has it loaded into memory. It's a matter of, okay, I want to use this weapon, quick shift. It's not like he really has to think about it. It's more instantaneous than Samus going, oh, I should use this. I need to make sure I use this weapon. There's that delay in time. While it's not a large margin, I would say, well, I would think that it would be a hard match. I would think that given a certain situation, like, I would say the map would be the bigger deciding factor for me. Like, if we're talking like Smash Brothers Brinstar Depths, I'm putting Samus as the win because you need that tether more than you need the wall grab.
Right.
But in this situation where we're throwing them into an arena, I'm giving it to Mega Man only because Mega Man also does have, I know not from this particular version, but he does have additional things like RC, the dog, Rush the dog in the older games. He has the motorbike. Like, he does have these additional tools that he has that he can use. In that particular game, he doesn't, but that Hadouken, that does make a difference. Doesn't he also have and doesn't he also have the Shoryuken in that game as well? That's a possible unlock after the Hadouken, or is that the other game?
That's the other.
Okay, I do want to.
Second one.
Okay, but yeah, in general, the adaptability that he has, that's my deciding factor. Like, I know Samus has the adaptability to the situation.
Okay.
Yeah, it's I guess my question is, maybe it's a weak defense. Do you think he's a full Android computer like that? that he's more that he's more susceptible to electricity weapons as electricity damage.
The fact that he can use electricity weapons,
As he switches
he
to
harnesses
electric,
that, like, that's not an
Yeah,
issue.
he's grounded.
So, what's going to determine my vote is Morph Ball can drop bombs.
Yeah.
And Morph Ball is fast, I know this. When
And
Mega
small.
Man is dashing, can he fire?
Yes.
Okay, that's the deciding factor because weapon changing doesn't matter because if neither has the ability to get close and fight one another, this is a distance fight all the way. It's just who can shoot who faster. If Samus goes into her Morph Ball, but he can dash really fast and still shoot, that helps him more.
I was going to say the biggest issue is that Samus doesn't shoot the bombs forward; she drops
Right.
them as a
So
mine.
right,
You're
That's
where
the
she is.
that's the
It's
bigger
more of a
change.
defensive ability.
It can be used as offensive, but it's a very defensive move.
Yeah.
So yeah,
For that alone, I've got to give it to Mega Man X. If there is a way that Samus's Morph Ball could be more offensive from a distance, I'd
it would
say
be a
so.
different story.
But
Yeah.
if he can just chase her or run in front of her, shooting her in the Morph Ball, her bombs don't matter.
Even if he's running behind, he can see the bombs being dropped and move out of the way.
Right.
It's
That's okay.
different than being able to shoot as moving fast. Yeah.
But yeah, that's because the weapon change doesn't matter to me if they're just plinking at each other. Even if she gets the hook and she doesn't have a way
To
to punch him in the face.
It's just a matter of stopping for a
It's-
moment.
It's not a game mechanic, but I think it would make sense to be able to hook an opponent and blast them as she pulls them in. You can't do it in the game.
I'll say, and that's why we've specified
Yeah.
the rules that it's in game. Like, what can they do? Which
Smash
is
Rules
why I
are
said
totally different
Smash
Yeah.
Rules. If we were picking
Yeah.
Mega
Smash
Man
is
and Samus from Smash, that's a very
Yeah.
different rule set. So yeah.
Right.
So yeah, Mega Man X is the winner there.
A bigger upset now.
Oh, for 3.
Jeez, Joe. Maybe you shouldn't argue these things anymore.
It was really the Morph Ball. If she had a way to shoot like a little Gatling gun on
It
it,
would
would
be
matter.
different, but it was.
And
Even if
like
she
you
had a
said, going
BB-8
into
little
it, I
lightning
mean,
rod.
these characters,
God.
if
They were-
one didn't inspire the other, it's
It'd be different, but they
it's
were very
kismet
much.
that they came out at the same time.
Yeah, they were very much.
Because it's
the same.
basically the same character.
It'd be interesting to look into the history of them. I wonder if they're not both mutually inspired by songs. Shared
yeah.
source.
But that was this match of Mega Man X moves on. Tune in to the next video to see
Rex
who gets the
and
fight.
Doomsday.
Dun, dun, dun.
Thanks for viewing, guys.
Yeah.
Like, comment, hate. It's on you. See you guys next time.
Like, comment, hate.
Like, share, subscribe, air horn.
Right.